watching the longest-running high school football show in Hampton Roads. It's time for Friday Night Flights.
The regular season is always fun, but nothing beats playoff football in Hampton Roads. The best teams go one-on-one with everybody looking towards the big prize, a state championship. Did the top seeds prevail tonight? Any upsets shake things up? Let's find out. Friday Night Flights starts now. I'm Bruce Rader with a special playoff edition of Friday Night Flights, and we begin with the top seed in the Division 6 playoffs. Unbeaten Ocean Lakes taking on 8th seed Granby, which had only one loss during the regular season. Ocean Lakes head coach Chris Scott would see his team endure a very difficult situation in the first half. Here's why. Senior quarterback Corwin Cutler, one of the top quarterbacks in the country, headed to the University of Virginia, but on this play, he gets sacked by two Comets. During the play, his knee got caught up and twisted. He had to be carried off the field. He would not return. So his replacement, the junior Walter Harold, would come in on 4th and goal at the 40. He throws a perfect ball to Mike Austin for the touchdown. Off the bench, what a great call by Coach Scott. Just before the half, sophomore Jason Lewis will come around the end. This is a very, very big play. He'll find the end zone. Ocean Lakes moves on with a 34-3 victory over Granby. Ocean Lakes will play the winner of the Bethel-Western Branch game, which will be played tomorrow. Let's stay at the beach. Salem hosting Grassfield. Sun Devils head coach Robert Jackson without his best player tonight, quarterback Bucky Hodges. He's going to Virginia Tech. Broke a bone in his throwing hand 2 weeks ago, and now it's in a cast. Bucky told us he hopes to play next week. As for tonight's game, Grassfield at the goal line. Marcus Mitchell gets the ball, takes it in. The Grizzlies have a 1-point lead, but Salem would get a nice return. Who says special teams aren't important? Setting up this short dive by Andre Trondu gives Salem the lead 18-13. But there's still plenty of time left on the clock. So how about the play of the game? Marcus Mitchell for Grassfield breaking off. A nice long run all the way down to the 8-yard line. But no, the ball is ripped from his hands by Torian Land. Salem's defense comes up huge tonight, and the Sun Devils are moving on with an 18-13 win over Grassfield. The number 2 seed in Division 6, Oscar Smith, the defending state champions, looking to defend its crown at home tonight against a very dangerous Bayside team, the 7th seed, a rematch of the regional final 2 years ago. Bayside in white. Hey, they came to play. Deshaun Blow picked off by Logan Boyd, the senior, with a working the tip drill to perfection after a scoreless first quarter. Bayside finally breaks the scoring drought. Taquan Mizell, the future University of Virginia Cavaliers, scores. Final play of the first half, Oscar Smith trying to go to the locker room with at least something on the scoreboard. Blow to Deshaun Hatton. Hatton does the rest. A 20-yard touchdown. Oscar Smith by 1 at the break. In the third quarter, Bayside from Virginia Beach trying to take control, but this one gets tipped. And oh my, another great defensive play by Oscar Smith Jr. Laquan Chappell, the pick six. The home crowd is fired up. Third quarter Blow. This time to Jalen Bradshaw, wide open. He is taken down at the 20, and then just a few plays later, Bradshaw doesn't slow down at all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Oscar Smith gets the win tonight, 35-12. Next week, it's Salem against Oscar Smith in a rematch of last year's Division 6 title game. In the Battle of Suffolk tonight between Kings Fork and Lakeland, Kings Fork takes a 7-0 lead into halftime, and the Cavaliers need to jumpstart their offense. Third quarter, the Cavaliers down 7-2. Raquan Johnson is going to put Lakeland up 9-7 with a short touchdown run. That lead would hold up until late in the fourth quarter when Kings Fork scores this touchdown to take the lead 15-7. Will that be enough for the victory? Lakeland with one last stand. Quarterback Zachary Super, one of the best this year, goes to Michael Pearsall once again for the touchdown, and that ties the game at 15 with just 31 seconds left. The rest of the game placed on the foot of Austin Brown. He splits the uprights. Lakeland goes up 16-15 and gets the nail biter over Kings Fork. We'll tell you who Lakeland will play next week a little later in the show because I can't wait any longer. Joining us tonight on Friday Night Flights, he's been covering hurricanes, he's been covering elections, and now we brought him in for the playoffs. The one and only Andy Fox.
And I was at that game. I was just at that game. It was fantastic. Bruce, a long week, but my tank is full, and I was ready to fly in Chopper 10 with pilot Steve Decker, photographer Chris Omahan. We headed to Lakeland High School. Look at this, Bruce. What would Friday night flights be without flying over the SIPSA plant burning off methane from the landfill? That's what that is. Woo. What a smelly way to start Friday night flights. We flew over the Lakeland game, which was a big defensive game, as Bruce just told you, and we saw the first touchdown scored by Kings Fork. It was a dancing night on the gridiron at Lakeland, and look at all those nice signs the students made. So this is the Lakeland High School cheerleader.
A new sensation. Donation. Excitement. Vaccination. A new sensation.
Oh! Hey! Get him! No, get him! Get him! Get him! No! No! Oh! And that was what started to happen at that game. And Bruce, it was a great warm night to throw out a few balls. I unintentionally pegged a very nice lady in the head with one of those balls. I'm so very sorry.
I hope she doesn't have an attorney. Now to Division III, a showdown between two Bay Rivers District teams.
And we're talking about the Poquoson Islanders in action against their rivals, the York Falcons.
And here come the York Falcons.
Ready to fight, but it would be all field goals in the first quarter for the Falcons as Hunter Strack scores the first of two to get the offense going. Now in the second, Falcons up 6-0 from the 3-yard line. Your quarterback, watch this, Austin Norman back to pass, but will take it in himself. That would put the Falcons up 12-0. They would go for the conversion, but it was nothing doing as Poquoson keeps them out of the end zone. Those Islanders, York all over Poquoson, 26-6. Next week, York will play Brunswick.
And in Region 1, Division 4, Grafton falls to Kings George, while Cortland knocks off War Hill 21-7. And still to come, Division 5 playoff action, featuring the four-time defending state champions, the Phoebus Phantoms.
And we'll head to Franklin to see if the Broncos could begin another march to a state title next on Friday Night Flights.
Welcome back to our special playoff edition of Friday Night Flights. I'm Bruce Rader, along with, you know that guy, Andy Fox, as we head back to the peninsula.
Where Phoebus took on the Heritage Hurricanes.
That's right, here come the four-time defending state champions from Phoebus. Opening drive for Heritage. Quarterback Richard Outlaw gives Cameron Seiler the quick pass. Seiler does the rest on the ground, breaks a few tackles, right into your living room for a 45-yard touchdown. Phoebus answers with the great Tony Pittman, 153 yards and a touchdown. Not to be outdone, though, by wide receiver Richie Staten. Terrell Tolliver drops this one into Staten's breadbasket. Then Phoebus takes control. Tyreek Jones takes it in for a 1-yard run. And then Terrell Tolliver with 99 yards passing. He threw for 2 touchdowns, ran for 1. He finds Staten again, and Phoebus wins it 35-7. Now on to Darlene Stadium on the peninsula, where Hampton was hosting IC Norcom. Start of the third quarter. Crabbers all over the Greyhounds. 27-0, and they weren't finished yet. Hampton quarterback Deion Newsom, what a great game he had tonight. Up the middle, outside, 40 yards, touchdown. Crabbers now up 34-0. Norcom from Portsmouth trying to put some points on the board in the fourth quarter. Darren Downing would keep the ball himself, muscle his way in for the score, but 34-6, Hampton wins the game, and the Crabbers keep moving on. Next week at Darlene Stadium, here we go again. Longtime rivals, Hampton against Phoebus, Friday night. That's going to be a good one out at Darlene Stadium. Friday night football in Norfolk tonight. Unbeaten Lake Taylor, the top seed in Division 5 against Maury. Two Norfolk teams, the Titans defense, we don't talk enough about them. That's Jamal Spellman, who takes down Maury's running back for the big loss. The Titans with a 14-0 lead early. They're going to add on to it on this play. Quarterback Delman Williams hits Brandon Moore in the corner. That's a Lake Taylor touchdown. Hard to see, but Titans Daquan Davis, number 3, got the ball all by himself, gets by the Maury defense, and eventually finds the end zone. LT goes for 2 instead of the field goal, and they would go on to win easily tonight, 51-0. Lake Taylor over Maury. What a team they've got this year. Next for Lake Taylor, a date with Lakeland. The Cavaliers from Suffolk next Friday night. Now, Andy, you were there and you saw it firsthand. Lake Taylor, I mean, they're good. I mean, like they could make a run at the state title.
Powerhouse are 2 words coming to mind with Lake Taylor. They are really amazing. We met quarterback number 4, Delman Williams. He and Lake Taylor running mad on the field. They were up like 41-0 when we got there. And then they even had a DJ spinning music. Theo Ford, who is DJ Bro B. There was a lot of excitement and energy, and I love dancing with the cheerleaders.
Oh, my.
Andy Fox with Wavy TV10.
Another Lake Taylor touchdown! Oh my gosh, it went 40-0. Hands up! Hands up! Raise the roof! Raise the roof! Raise the roof, ladies! Quarterback Delman Williams is having an unbelievable game. It's 49-0, and this is Juanita Williams, Delman's grandmother.
Yeah.
Grandma, you got to be proud.
I am.
Tell me about Delman. What makes him such a great quarterback?
He got someone behind his back, his mother and his grandmother and his great aunt Willie Rose Arrington.
Number 4's got a good family. The cheerleaders helped us throw out footballs. A good crowd. I had a great time at the game. And Bruce, I had the best hot dog chili at a football game I've ever had.
You pay for it?
Of course. I even tipped.
Let's head to Franklin for the Division I playoffs. I don't believe you for a
Hey, the
second.
Franklin Broncos with another quality team. They've steamrolled teams all season long.
But the competition gets tougher in the playoffs. You know that. Franklin taking on Craig County. Franklin's defense, we don't talk enough about them taking charge. First play of the game, Craig County's quarterback rolls right and gets picked off by LaQuadric Pittman. He would take it to the end zone for a pick 6. Franklin on offense on their own 23. Marcus Stevens takes the handoff around the corner, down the sideline, 77 yards. Franklin up 14-0 driving. Again, their offense in control. Travis Brown gets this touchdown run. Like 5 or 6 different players scored for Franklin tonight. They would go on to dominate Craig County 56-9 to keep their state title hopes alive. Andy, I got some more high school playoff news. Not football. The 4-time defending state champion Tab field hockey team will go for state championship number 5 tomorrow against Chancellor after beating out Fauquier tonight 8-0.
I mean, that's fantastic. Good luck. And in the AAA playoffs, the defending state champions from First Colonial shut down Stafford 10-0 to advance to the championship game tomorrow against Cox, which beat Mountain View 2-1 in overtime. Matty Humphrey with the game winner.
All those games at the National Field Hockey Training Center in Virginia Beach. Also, it's the first week of the playoffs right here on Friday Night Flights. Andy, I got to tell you, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much. And college football tomorrow, we're both going to be at the game.
That's
William
right.
and Mary at Old Dominion tomorrow at noon. Norfolk State hosts Morgan State at 1, and Christopher Newport hosts Methodist.
And do you
The
believe
Methodist at
believe
7?
the college basketball season started tonight? Norfolk State beat Rhode Island 67-55. ODU lost to Holy Cross by only 1. William and Mary by 18 over Hampton.
And George Mason beat UVA. How about that?
Wow,
UVA.
George Mason
Woo!
over UVA. Ali Lucia will be here tomorrow and Sunday with the Weekend Sports Wrap. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.